Hello and welcome to the channel, Brachiosaurus Rex, where we discuss and review all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. How are you guys doing? Let's not even waste any time. Let's get right into it. We have another offering from Haolonggood. So this is our second in a row. That's pretty cool for them. Second in a row for us. They've actually have come out. This is technically their third in a row. I've only gotten two, the Tianzhenosaurus previously reviewed, and then of course we've got the Tianzhenosaurus, and this is an ankylosaur from China. I want to say I'm probably going to butcher the name, the Shaanxi province, and always looking forward to getting another ankylosaur, and this is a bona fide ankylosaur, as in a club-tailed species. You see, it comes in two different colors. That seems to be Haolonggood's stock and trade there. They come out with two different versions in terms of the paint apps. It's classified as 1/35th scale and looking pretty good. Look at the top of the packaging. There is more of the offerings from Haolonggood. We had seen that before. You got nothing really going on at the bottom, and the same thing that we saw on that one side is there on the other. So that's that for the packaging. Let's get our ankylosaur out. Here we've got our Tianzhenosaurus on our rotating platter, and you can see the nice coloring scheme there. I got the we'll call it the green one, and whichever one you got, it follows the same pattern, just different colors, so that's pretty cool. It looks very nice with the greens there, and this is pretty nice. The colorations are looking great. We'll take a closer look at it. Let's do that now. Let's start off and take a measurement, and what we have here is my tape measure is showing just under 6 inches. It's officially listed at 5.9 inches, and if you go by, the thing about this species is that they only have one specimen, and the way it was also described, it doesn't really state anything close to what its size should have been. But they estimate that it was 4 meters or 13 feet long. But once again, we don't know that for sure. They've also compared this to another ankylosaurid called Sankhania, and that species was estimated to be about 5 to 7 meters, or somewhere in the neighborhood of about 17 feet long. Now, if we go by if we go by the Tianzhenosaurus supposed estimated measurements, this is not a 1/35th scale model. It would be closer to like 126, 127 scale. But if you go with the Sankhania, however you pronounce it, I think it's Sankhania, yeah, then it would be around 1/35th scale. So we don't really know, so we can play the role either or. In terms of how long ago it lived 99 to 71 million years ago, so late Cretaceous, and I could not really tell you what predators it lived with. I believe there was I want to say there was a Carcharodontosaur that lived with it, but I am totally unsure about that. I'm probably wrong. I can't really give you too much. I'm telling you, the paper that was written on this species was it was wild because it was kind of lengthy, but it was this word salad for the most part. It spoke on the pieces that it had, but very vague indeed. Despite the lack of information that we have to impart, we can at least see what how large our Tianzhenosaurus would have been compared to a human being. This little figurine is supposed to be 1/35th scale, and we're going to go with the Sanhania measurements, putting that at 1/35. So this is around what this ankylosaurid would measure up against a human being. Taking a closer look at our Tianzhenosaurus, trying to look at that skull, pretty small head. I'm going to tilt it up. You see, as typical with ankylosaurs, it's got that triangular kind of sort of skull. You've got the protrusions there. I'm assuming, sorry about that, I had to look at it again closely, but no, it's cool. I thought that I had an imperfection in terms of QC control, but no, that's it's by design. So I actually like that, because it shouldn't be. It needs to be asymmetrical, and I appreciate that. But yeah, small head, typical ankylosaur anatomy, pretty thick neck. Looking at that, and then of course, ankylosaurs are known for being squatting low to the ground, and you can see just from up top, it is definitely squat, and then looking at it profile, low to the ground. The coloration is looking pretty good. The scoots, it's got that kind of green paint there. You've got the dark wash over it. It looks pretty nice. And looking at the toes on the front, it's got the I'm lost for words here. Excuse me. I got it there. I lost my numbers. 4 toes for the forelimbs and 3 for the hind. So that is accurate. You gotta love that when we get the accuracy going. You got some spikes there on the hips. See that back there, and on the we'll call them the shoulders as well, protruding out. And then getting back there, going down, we've got the club. The thing about the club, as I was saying before about the scarcity of information with the paper on this particular species, I couldn't even tell you if the club, if this is how the club actually looked. Ankylosaurs had very different shaped clubs. They all didn't look the same. And this could be what Tianzhenosaurus club looked like or not. But this is what we have now. So it is what it is. And now to compare with other ankylosaurids that I have in my collection, of course, primarily from PNSO, we have their Panachosaurus right there. And even though PNSO also claims that their models are 1/35 scale, the Panachosaurus is really, when you measure them out, it's really a 126, 127 scale model. So this is actually what they would look matched up against one another, in terms of size. So there you have it, the Panachosaurus next to our Tianzhenosaurus. And I figured I'd get a Notosaur in there, so we have our Borrelia pelta, also from PNSO. And I'm hoping someone somewhere comes out with the Gastonia, because I'd love to have a model of that in my collection. I've got a Sideshow Collectibles Gastonia statue, and it is straight awesome. So I'd like to see that in 1/35 scale model form. And you knew we wasn't getting out of here without matching up our Tianzhenosaurus with the Big Daddy, the species for which this dinosaur family is so named. Talking about the type species, we're talking about Ankylosaurus itself, and you could see the size difference. Ankylosaurus was among the largest of the Ankylosaurs, and our Tianzhenosaurus is, I think it would be considered, it depends, if you're going by the 4 meter / 13 foot scale, that would be considered a small ankylosaur. And if you go by the Sanhania at the 17 feet, that's moving very closely into the mid-size ankylosaur range, the bottom end of the mid-size, I would say. Ankylosaurus itself was about 26 feet long, I believe. A lot of times it's it's quoted as being 30 feet long, but it wasn't 30 feet long. It wasn't as large as, like, say, or as long as, like, say, a Triceratops or Torosaurus, in which it existed in that same time period. But it was still a big boy, especially for an ankylosaur. And we can't get out of here unless we match him up with another Haolonggood specimen. And who better than the previously reviewed Ouranosaurus? They look pretty decent together. So in conclusion, the Haolonggood Tianzhenosaurus 1/35 scale, supposedly, is a very, very nice looking model. It's very detailed. The color scheme is excellent, I think. I think it's crazy that Haolonggood actually came up with this species to make, considering the lack of information that's available. But hey, I'm here for it. We got another ankylosaur, a bona fide ankylosaur, and it looks very, very nice. And since it's wild because it's in terms of the look and everything, it's high end, but doesn't cost a lot. Not like PNSO. I believe I sprung a dub for this, $20, and that's before the discount. I think I ended up getting it for like $17. So you can't argue about that. Anyway, it's a very nice model, and it will fit in nicely with your 1/35 scale figures, especially if you go by the Tianzhenosaurus measurements, and that'll definitely put that in the 1/35 scale. But no matter how you do it, it's still going to look good because it's a beautiful looking figure. Very detailed, very nice. Happy to have it. Thank you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. What do you think about the Tianzhenosaurus? What do you think about the color scheme and all that? What other ankylosaurs would you like to see? What other dinosaurs, period, would you like to see? Throw them down in the comments. Any questions, throw them down there too. And definitely, if you've got any more info on this guy, I'd be happy to read up on that. If you want to be notified for the next time I upload a video, there's a bell down there for you to hit, and notified you shall be. And I'll be happy to rock with any of you. So once again, thank you. And yeah, Tianzhenosaurus, Haolonggood, Rhecosaurus Rex. Thanks, guys. Take care.